Grand Rising Overcomer. My name is Evora Bentley. I am a faith coach helping others to change their mind so that they can begin to see their world change around them. If this is your first time tuning in, who am I? I'm an entrepreneur. I am a lover of Christ, and every day I strive daily to be a reflection of Christ and operate with the mind like Christ. Everything that I teach is built upon Proverbs uh, 23:7. For whatever a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So I empower, I teach, and I coach others that to understand our mind is our GPS. It is our God provided system. And a lot of things we think in our mind is because of what resides in our heart. And a lot of us need healing in our heart, so we don't understand that the thoughts that we think, some are crooked paths that need to be made straight. The heart and the mind are married. They are a husband and wife that work together. The two literally become one. So I was minding my business, preparing to work, and the Most High has impressed a word, a message, a prophetic word, and was like to share. Okay, so I'm going to share. And so one thing, a way that the Father speaks to me and how I'm led by the Holy Spirit is in numbers. So I thought today was September 23rd, okay? Obviously, I'm a day ahead of myself. And today is actually the 22nd, though. And what was impressed on me was Proverbs 10:22, okay? And which says, this is the King James Version, the blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. So I want to share with you guys, being very transparent. You know what? I wanted to leave some stuff out, and I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to be obedient because I hear the Most High telling me to share this, and so I am. So there was a time I had started a business, and so sometimes we can get ahead, okay? We can get ahead of the Most High. And sometimes, you know, in Psalms it says to delight ourselves in the Most High, and he will give us the desires of our hearts. But sometimes we can run ahead and we just want the very thing we desire. So there was a time that I started a business, right? And my business was not even up and running for about 2 or 3 months, right? And I purchased a vehicle. And when I tell y'all, that vehicle brought sorrow, okay? Even 6 months within, right? It was already been impressed on my spirit, like, okay, is this something? It's like the Most High was already showing me that it needed to be corrected, that I went ahead. And the interesting thing about it, I saw it in the dream, y'all. I saw it in the dream. I saw that I got this counterfeit, and I saw the outcome of it. So anyhow, long story short, after a year, and just really seeing how it was such a burden, such a sorrow, and it was affecting so many parts of my life. The vehicle got repossessed. Yep, the vehicle got repossessed. And I had to reflect. I learned from that, like, okay, you were starting a business. The wise thing to do would have been to get my vehicle that I had fixed. Just put money in that and just build my business for a while. But you know, other people was getting cars. I was around other people, and I was saying, oh, I think, I believe okay. No, sorrow. It brought sorrow. It brought so much burden. And so this morning, if you are someone, I'm being transparent and I'm sharing with you as far as what I did when I got ahead of guys. Look, I got ahead in a couple of things, okay? I would say you could use to call me the queen of getting ahead, but when I tell you there are so many circumstances out of that, and you need to know that the Most High gives, it will add to you. It will add to you. And I'm going to say some things that was impressed in my heart. Business opportunities, relationships, There were some things that we truly believed was ordained by God, but it's causing so much burden. It's not adding anything and it's not making it rich. And I know sometimes we see ourselves in those situations and it's like, but if I leave this or if I get out of this, then what are people going to say? Baby, when I tell you, I'm so grateful I was in such a humble place because I'm like, you know what? It doesn't even matter what people were to say. It doesn't matter. I realized I got ahead. I realized the decision that I made at the time was not wise and it caused so much sorrow. So I'm standing on Proverbs 10:22 because honestly, if it ain't from God, I don't want it. I don't want it because I realized that it is only the blessing of the Lord. It maketh rich and he addeth no sorrow. So I hope that this message just encouraged anyone. I don't know if you're battling, you're going back and forth, whether it's a material thing, whether it's a relationship, whether it's something that you have to give up so that you're better in your spiritual life, any part of your life. It's okay if you have to give it up and release it. It's okay for you to give up the thing that was actually counterfeit that you thought was a blessing from the Most High because you got ahead of the Most High. You worried about people? What you worried about people for? Why are you worried about people? Why are you worried about what people are going to say? Do you know those same people probably don't went through even worse, but they hadn't shared it with you? And so I'm just so grateful to be in a solid foundation of the identity of the Most High that I'm like, you can talk about me. I am so unbothered. That's one of the things for me praying and asking for a mind like Christ, unbothered. So, but I'm so grateful to look back and to see what I'm learned from that and what I can also pass along to help somebody so that they don't have to endure the sorrow. And when I tell y'all afterwards, like our finances were jumbled and crazy everywhere. They got in order and even things were paid ahead. So the blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich and he addeth no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22. If this video blessed you, this message, y'all comment, like, share, let me know that you're tuning in. And I hope you all have an amazing day on purpose.